Yeah, and especially one of them is playing the brand new world premiere theme, Mitsurugi. It's one of the first times we've seen a world premiere theme just with that first wave of support have such success right off the bat. I think maybe one of the last times was maybe like the Danger Monsters. They might have had this equally amount of success right away off, but now they're here. It just complements the RYZEAL strategy pretty well. King of the Feral Imps is a key rank 4 card, but he's going to be going up against Tavion in the Fiendsmith strategy. And the Fiendsmith and RYZEAL, obviously. I mean, they're both playing RYZEAL, but the Fiendsmith engine has really solidified itself as being one of the top things you can splash into almost any deck to really incorporate some damage. You get access to Chaos Angel and the recurrency of just being able to summon more monsters every turn. You get the Fiendsmith in Paradise, which is a great extra layer of interruption that you can use against any sort of deck.
Yeah, I think what these two decks really do differently is how much they rely on the RYZEAL engine. The Fiendsmith RYZEAL deck is almost sometimes just more of a Fiendsmith deck. The RYZEAL can just be more of like Detonator and Duo Drive. Well, it just facilitates being able to do all your Fiendsmith effects cleanly and just have a more potent end field. But the version of Mitsurugi that Benjamin is on right now is almost pure with just the addition of the full Mitsurugi engine. Now, what this essentially takes away is that you're not playing those Nadir Servants. You're really just focusing on being able to play with your engine when it's available, but you might not actually be trying to pivot into the Mitsurugis if you don't have many Mitsurugi cards in your hand, or even at all. If you just have a RYZEAL hand, I think you might just be playing pure RYZEAL at that point, just looking at his extra deck. And I can only assume his strategy is very similar to this, because this is almost exactly what Jesse Cotton was playing.
Definitely, and we saw Jesse make all the way to top 32 before falling to Jose. I mean, let's just talk about the top 64. I just want to, clap my hands and say congrats to everyone who made it. We had a lot of incredible players in the top 64, and we cut the top 64 because we had over 2,271 duelists competing this weekend. 12 rounds of Swiss, top 64 single elimination playoff, and now there's only 2 duelists remaining. One of these players will be able to grab that trophy that's right next to them and walk away with an ultra rare copy of another Versalaria, VIP status at the NAWCQ. They will already have the 2 buys, 2 wins for a good chance to go to the World Championship, and even more importantly, become a part of Yu-Gi-Oh! History forever.
They will be taking that title, but before that, they have to face the opponent in front of them. Let's see if the players are about to be ready to start game number 1 of the final match of Ycs Orlando 2025.
They're shuffled up. The cards are drawn. There's the trophy, mere inches away from both of the players. It's time to duel one more time here at Ycs Orlando. It's game 1 of the finals of our first Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series of 2025. Here comes the die roll. This is huge. 1. No! Snake Eyes again?
Snake Eyes again. I mean, it worked out for him the first time.
Just don't push.
Snake Eyes in the finals.
Oh, close. Okay.
I'll choose to play first.
The Year of Fire may be over, but Snake Eyes remains.
They found its way to the top 4 and finals.
Never count it out. All right,
this is definitely the more powerful deck at being able to go first. We'll see if Benjamin has a powerful hand to go with it. Normal Summon Node.
A play I have not seen yet.
I mean,
but it's just going to enable the Sword RYZEAL so it gets special from the hand. Looks like Tavion might have a response. It's going to be infinite impermanence. This kind of leads me to believe he has another form of interaction from the hand.
I mean, yeah, you can very clearly tell that he has access to Duo Drive after this point. We'll see if that's what happens. No, we're going into King of the Feral Imps. Let's see if he has any response to that on summon here. You might have to. Yeah, I think Tavion's considering it.
I see a Mitsurugi Prayers, I think, in the hand of Benjamin.
Yeah, no, it looks like, on summon, playing around the prayers in hand, going to be activating the infinite impermanence before King of the Feral Imps can activate its effect, so you can't get any additional value from the prayers here.
Smart stuff from Tavion.
That is very punishing because I don't think he has anything to go with it. Prayers by itself without being able to resolve King of the Feral Imps will not be enough here.
2 copies of Infinite Permanence will be enough to stymie Benjamin here in his first turn of the finals. I think so.
Matchup knowledge was very key there. Looks like we're going to be setting 1 and setting 2 and passing turn back.
Wow, just the King of the Feral Imps and 2 spell and trap cards. deep breath from Tavion. Draws to 4 cards in hand.
That's fine.
We're in the main phase.
Deep breath before we normal summon Fable Lurie.
Normal summons of cards that we don't really want this to be normal summon coming down from both players.
I mean, it's definitely an acceptable one. We're going to be activating the effect of Fiendsmith Requiem now.
Acceptable, but not ideal.
Do you think he's going to go straight for the Engraver, or is he going to try to get the effect of the Lacrima into the 2 back row?
I'm calling Lacrima right now. Corner pocket. Come on, Tavion. Don't make me look bad. Please, please. Yep, it is Lacrima, the Crimson Tears. He's going to try and force out. No response here from Benjamin. He's going to send the Engraver to the graveyard.
I mean, now Engraver can do a lot here, being able to shuffle back the Lurie, summon itself out, being able to send away the King of the Fair Limps, and then go immediately into something like Chaos Angel. But no, we have Bonfired.
The fire begins. Adds RYZEAL to the hand.
Already committed the normal summon. So
I actually am going to be quiet now because it is quiet out there right now. Everyone is nervous watching the finals.
Yeah,
We have
I
so
think I
many
could hear a
people.
pin drop.
I did. I heard it.
We're going to be sending the Eclipse Twins to summon the RYZEAL. Going to be locked out of any Link monsters now.
Benjamin's thinking about a response to RYZEAL's effect. He does activate Infinite Impermanence. Is he going to activate another card here now? I think so. He has a Mulcharm in his hand, so he wants to clear his board, and he's going to do just that with the Mitsurugi Prayers. He's going to tribute off the King of the Fair Limps. So he's going to be able to do both effects if he so chooses. But I don't think he's going to... Oh, he can... No, yeah, I don't think he's going to use the second effect. I think he's just going to add, so he can use the Mulcharmy.
I think that does make a lot of sense. You're hoping for the best here. Yep, just
Saji to hand.
add Saji. No special summon here.
I will opt not to take the
Yep.
damage. So
That's Mitsurugi no Makito Saji.
And now he'll be activating the Full Hollows.
in res attempt to force.
Do you commit and go to do a drive here? You have a battle phase. You know every single card your opponent has. You might just have to go for it now. You are locked into rank 4s.
You know he has the Saji in hand. You have perfect information. Do you want to give him another card? Is it just going to be a detonator?
I mean, he has committed his normal summon already. He's used X. There's not that many extenders. He's going into the duo drive. That is an X, right?
No, it's an engraver, I think. Oh, wait, no. It's not an engraver. He's not playing those cards. Is
Probably
he?
X.
It's probably X. I got Fiendsmith on the...
Oh, we'll find out.
He loves that triple tactic talents. He always has it. It is RYZEAL. He's definitely not happy that he drew RYZEAL.
Not bad.
It isn't a bad draw.
It is full combo. I mean, you're going to put that back, yeah. And now you get to resolve the effect of duo drive here.
You should cut the deck first.
Make sure decks are properly shuffled.
And it resolves. Yes.
Yeah, clearly the duo drive is going to resolve. Gonna grab a copy of RYZEAL Cross and maybe a copy of RYZEAL Node. Let's see, which effects has he used from the hand at this point? He's, oh, well, I mean, I guess it's just X, right? So you can go for Sword as well. Sword to get Ice as follow-up if you want, but Node is the only way if you want to really make another rank 4 right now.
Tavion considering his options. This could be the most important duo drive of his dueling career.
I mean, I think you go for one draw to summon Detonator with Cross Live and also with Eclipse Twins already engraved. I think it's worth it every time.
I agree.
No worries.
We want to be waiting on something. No, I think he is thinking.
It does seem like the players are waiting for something.
Yeah, I mean...
Just what, confirmation from the judges.
Let me check my secret notes and see if there's anything coming down the pipeline.
Your super special notepad?
Indeed it is. Nope, nothing. Yeah, the judges are checking something. That's what we thought. What do you think he grabs alongside this cross?
I think it has to be Node. I think like Node is the only play that makes sense. He's already committed his normal
Did you
summon.
just swap out the duo drive?
Yeah, probably. Depending on what the last card in his hand is. I don't think there's really any reason to keep the duo drive.
What will Mr. Crowley do here?
You think he's a doctor?
Dr. Crowley? Oh, no, Crowler or Crowley?
Yeah, yeah.
See, I was thinking more of like Mr. Crowley. No.
I was trying to keep it on theme.
Yeah, that is nice. Well, to be fair, at San Diego Comic-Con, it was relatively close to our Konami booth. Which, if you do go to San Diego Comic-Con, you should always stop by the Konami booth. It's always a lot of fun. You could duel the Master. Maybe you'll be able to chance to duel maybe against a Solid, maybe against myself at some point. But it looks like we are finally able to continue the game state and add RYZEAL Cross and
The other half. I mean, you could grab Sword RYZEAL. That is an option. No, but it looks like it's going to be.
I don't even want to tell you guys why we were paused. I'm just going to keep it to myself. Y'all don't want to know.
All right.
No, they were for some reason checking if it was the imperm column, but it was about as far away from the imperm column as it could be. But RYZEAL Cross is coming down. Node is going to send the duo drive to summon the extra RYZEAL.
You're going to be going into that detonator, giving an extra draw, but you're going to be able to get the Eclipse Twins here. Oh, that is such an unfortunate draw.
From the best to the worst.
You get another 3,000 here.
You didn't cut, right?
I have not yet.
Make sure the deck is shuffled and randomized before the turn is over, before he draws a card from Cross, potentially, if he has enough materials in the graveyard. I don't know if he does.
I'm scared of breaking these. Fragile.
I will then pass turn.
Yep, that is going to be a pass from Tavion here, but not a field to laugh at.
I'm like leaning over trying to see what card he draws.
Ew.
I don't think he liked it very much.
Have some light
He did.
setup going on in here.
You.
I mean, he has the Requiem, he has the Lacrima. So plenty of interruptions available.
Okay. So let's go standby.
He has the Saji. The Mitsurugi no Mikito Saji.
I mean,
I
Saji
got
does
these
like.
names down this weekend.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Normal declare effect.
This feels.
No change.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, this feels like a RYZEAL Cross negate to me. And yeah, that is going to be a RYZEAL Cross detaching the node off the detonator.
Anything in res. See some Typhon?
Superstar Slayer Typhon Sky Crisis. You just saw him in the animation, and now he's here on the field.
For me, duo drive and detonator worse. Oh, actually, several monsters were summoned. Okay.
Yeah, not again. Not like this. But Typhon is always there when you need him.
Any quick effects after something? I'll declare the effect of Typhon.
Gonna return that RYZEAL detonator back to the deck. You won't be able to use the effect thanks to Typhon's effect. The cross has already been forced out. Looks like he's just gonna go to battle Tavion with just one card in hand.
End of main.
Yep.
Enter into battle.
Gonna just swing in for 2,900 here.
Love the communication. Making it very clear what he's doing. This may be Benjamin's first top, but he's dueling like a pro.
Leave the battle.
Sure.
Main phase 2.
Sure.
Move to the end of main phase 2.
All right, just going into the end phase here. Gonna activate Lacrima. Oh, this is gonna be a little awkward. Okay, yeah, gonna go into the Requiem. Opting to potentially leave the Requiem on the field here.
Drop three.
Tavion draws for turn
Oh,
now.
turn back, man.
Just to clarify, his turn has ended.
Stand by me.
That's fine.
Looks like we're going to be starting off the turn with the effect of RYZEAL Cross, just getting
Cross.
as much information as what your resources are, while also putting back the node in the deck. Going to be sending the X RYZEAL and Node RYZEAL back to the bottom of the deck to draw one more card.
One more card. That's a big rock.
Not necessarily the card you want to see right now, but we're going to be activating Requiem. Going to be able to resolve. Going to go, imagine, back for the Lacrima. Lacrima's effect will be sending another Engraver, I imagine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, no, we haven't accessed Fiendsmith in Paradise yet, so we can just go ahead and send that now.
Mm-hmm.
Now he has the Engraver. He's going to return the Fabled Lord to special summon it back from
Thing can change.
the GY.
Yeah,
Rain
but
it.
it looks like there is a response here. It looks like there's going to be a Bestial on the Engraver.
Is there?
Attempt to.
Yep, there is a Druis Worm.
Okay, that could be game saving unless Tavion has his own Bestial.
Yeah,
he
he has
And
does.
the response.
Oh, that's huge.
and he at least keeps to the body on the field.
And he keeps the Bestial in Benjamin's hand.
I wonder if he ever just goes for a Light and Dark Chaos Angel here.
Nope, looks like he's going to go into Requiem. Requiem not once per turn, can only be summoned once per turn.
Requiem's effect going to grab another Engraver from the deck. Maybe, I guess now we just go for sequence and try to go for a lot of damage. Oh, we can just send away. I wonder what for.
Maybe
I
it's
guess-
something to discard? Nope, yeah, he is just going to send it to take down the Typhon.
I mean, it's already a level
Resolution.
6, so
Do you have any quick effects? I'm gonna do it.
now we're going to activate Fuaros.
Well, Charmy Fualos
We've been in this position before.
in this game, right?
Yeah. The previous turn.
He keeps finding a way to activate Fualos despite having cards on the field at the start of the turn. This time, Tavion was the one to clear it, as opposed to Benjamin clearing his own cards.
Imagine drawing 2 Fualos going first and being able to use them both.
He doesn't have to imagine.
Life finds a way.
Indeed it does.
It's a question of what he can do from here. He only has to do 5,000 points of damage.
1,000.
Druis Worm is already activated. How many more Bestials do you think are in your opponent's main deck? That's really the main thing you have to be concerned about. Can you just
Wait, he
go
didn't-
for the damage?
You didn't ash the Fualos?
It doesn't seem like it.
I would have.
I mean, yeah, if I had Ash, I'd probably like. There's only so many variables. The other card was Druis Worm. You know that, and this should just be game.
What summon is he on, though? I mean, he's Requiem summon Crimson Tears, that's 1. Into a Requiem, that's 2.
I mean, from it's definitely 5 by now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But I guess the Agman Day is fine because he'd be able to chain, but he's giving him so many cards.
But he's going for it.
But
No.
why not Ash Blossom with Fualos?
Battle phase, attack with
Oh,
the
it's
Agman Day.
it's going to be enough probably, just
Yeah.
with the Agman Day and then effect to
Mhm.
special summon.
That's good.
That'll connect, and that's enough.
Wait, why didn't? Oh, he's not the one with Nibiru. Tavion is the one with Nibiru, and
That
he's
drew-
gonna
yeah.
take. Yeah, but he still could have drawn into one.
Yeah, he
If
could have drawn into it. I
if-
assume that's what you were worried about.
Yeah, if he didn't ash, it's okay though. Tavion takes game number 1 here, and now he's just 1 game win away from becoming a YCS champion. But keep in mind, Benjamin has been in this position before, just in top 4. He lost game 1 in a matter of seconds, it seemed like, probably minutes, against Jeff Jones, and then won the last 2 games. So he knows that even if he loses 1 game, he could still win games 2 and 3.
Yes, down and not out. He understands the matchup. Imagine getting this far, but clearly Tavion understands the matchup as well, knowing to go after the King of the Fair Realms before it's able to activate the effect. If he had waited until the King of the Fair Realms detached, he would have been able to chain the prayers, and it would have been devastating. He would have been able to get both pieces necessary to go full Mitsurugi combo.
Yeah, definitely a heads-up play there for Tavion. Could have ended poorly, but since he has probably practiced this matchup quite some... I mean, I'm assuming he's encountered many of these decks along the way here. He knew how to play it just perfectly. Will Tavion become our first YCS champion of 2025? Or will Benjamin be able to bounce back and find a way? I just don't know.
I mean, I still think he has a favorable chance, at least in game 2, where he's able to start again.
Yeah, I want to see some Mitsurugi cards come down. I mean, his hand was not great, and then having to play through the 2 infinite permanences just was enough.
I mean, the issue of the Mitsurugi cards, it functions a lot with 2-card combos. There are many 1-card combos, I guess, combos, quote unquote, that get you there, but initially you will still need to have a way to the ritual monster and a way to the ritual spell, or at least some way to ritual summon, which there are many cards that facilitate that, but there's only so many cards that can actually get you to the Mitsurugi ritual. And that is where the deck really finds its choke point. And when other players are aware of being able to go after that choke point, it's usually going after the Saji. So it's a means of, did you hard draw the Mitsurugi ritual and a way to play? Because sometimes when you lead with that, there's nothing they can do to stop you.
So you say you should negate the Saji if you can.
Yes.
But what if they have the prayers?
There's nothing you could do in that situation. Like if they had Saji and prayers, like you were not beating it.
All right, the Duelist House side deck. They shuffled up. The crowd is silent on the edge of their seats, awaiting to find out who will become a YCS champion.
The players seem ready. The hands are drawn.
The judges are watching, waiting, patient. And so are we.
I've not heard the hall this silent in so long. Everyone's just sitting with anticipation, watching this match as we go into game number 2 of YCS Orlando Finals.
Good luck, duelist.
All right.
Let's see if Benjamin has a better luck here.
How about the standby? I'm going to go to the main lane.
All right. I see some good cards in Benjamin's hand.
RYZEAL is a fantastic way to start here.
Gonna send a monster from the extra deck to the graveyard. When he special summons the RYZEAL from the hand, gonna send Duo Drive.
That's interesting. You don't see that too often.
That's what I do. Anything in red?
Probably indicates that he plays multiple copies, but he has Droll and Lockbird.
It looks like he's going to have to play pure RYZEAL for now.
Droll is
Thinking?
pretty strong against the Mitsurugi version. They do add a lot of cards from the deck to the hand.
Love that.
I don't love that. Yeah, definitely don't want to see Droll and Lockbird when you are playing the Mitsurugi strategy. One of the best answers to the strategy.
All right, looks like he's considering just summoning the sword from his hand next.
Really considering what he wants to end on in this position, what he thinks is enough into this matchup.
Special.
Summoning no RYZEAL, okay. No responses here.
That is what you know in my...
Yep, so we grabbed Sword RYZEAL off the X RYZEAL, revealing that node was already in the hand. Now we're going to be overlaying these two.
Probably for another copy of RYZEAL Duo Drive.
I mean, he can't...
Oh, yeah,
do
he's
it.
under Droll. Yeah, probably just Detonator.
Yep, there is the detonator. It's going to be able to attach the Duo Drive from the graveyard, just to have an extra material here. Unfortunately, not a copy of Eclipse Twins.
Looks like it's just going to be Detonator, set 1, set 2.
Who's that, me?
Goes to
Play it
Pastor.
steady. He has a Sword RYZEAL as follow-up. If he can have this stick, it could be good enough.
All right. Now this is Tavion's moment.
Yeah, that's fine.
What are we starting with? Seems
Looks
an
like
effect on the
Engraver.
hand. Yeah, it has to be Engravers going straight to the graveyard, right?
2.
Well, reconsidering.
Reassessing. Recombobulating.
No response.
It is Engraver.
Indeed. That's going to allow him to add Fiendsmith's Tract.
I mean, this is a great way to start. The RYZEAL cards are very functional into Detonator, part of the reason why they became so popular
That's fine.
in the meta.
Fiendsmith's Tract going to allow him to add a Light Fiend from his deck to his hand and then send a card to the graveyard.
Name of the game is Fabled Lurie.
Yep, so he goes to the hand and then to the graveyard. Fabled Lurie will special summon from the graveyard.
Now we'll be linking him away into Fiendsmith Requiem.
Now he's going to use Engraver's effect right away.
And then chain the Requiem, I can assume,
That's
just
fine.
to have... Yep.
Yep, it's just trying to bait them into messing up and using the Detonator.
It's just the most efficient way to make sure Detonator can't actually destroy anything.
And if they happen to do it, it's just a free material detach.
Of course, of course.
So Lacrima of the Crimson Tears comes down, the Engraver comes back
Do you
from the
think triggers?
graveyard.
No triggers.
Nor do I.
All right, and then here comes one of the most impactful synchro monsters to come out over the past couple of years.
Imperm check.
That's basically what Chaos
Still,
Angel
yeah.
is now.
Detonator, Dissension Duo.
So he's going to use Detonator to target Chaos Angel. It's only made with lights. But that won't matter if he chains Infinite Impermanence.
Impermanence, target Chaos Angel.
One of the best cards in the game that's going to negate Chaos Angel's effect, and it will be destroyed by the Detonator now.
Since it will be affected at resolution.
Unless Tavion has something like Crossout Detonator.
That would be pretty strong, but it's really hard to believe that you keep in Crossout Designator against the Mitsurugi deck when you're able to go second. I just feel like you have to focus on being able to stop them from playing.
True.
I mean, not necessarily. There are powerful spell cards that can play into it, but the Mitsurugi deck can be so powerful when it's able to go first that it's hard to let them resolve everything.
You'd rather have those defensive options in your hand as opposed to something waiting on your next turn, but it looks like Tavion has this card that has been stuck in his hand every game since we've seen him in top 4.
Yep, confirming the Imprim column, and then activating Triple Tactics talents here. He's going to go after the hand, and there is that copy of Nibiru, or the Sword RYZEAL if he has ways to answer the Nibiru already.
Does he go for the follow-up or the disruption?
They're going after the Nibiru.
All right. Tavion in good shape to win this game and the entire YCS.
And there is a bonfire.
Here's it for cut.
Going to be able to grab the Ycs Orlando here. Ycs Orlando will be hitting the field, sending a couple options here, but it looks like we are going to go for the aggregator. Chainlink 1 being the Ycs Orlando, Chainlink 2
Chainlink 3
being the
definitely.
aggregator. Then there's going to be Chainlink 3 being the X, and I imagine there's going to be a Chainlink 4 in this position.
Nothing in response.
Nope.
Thank you.
Oh, Tavion had nothing. But Benjamin does.
I think this is correct here. You have to use the Infinite Impermanence and assume, and really just hope there's nothing else. There is still the Lacrima in the graveyard, but you get to keep the Detonator here. You still have Sword RYZEAL. That should be enough to play through. You really have to hope there's nothing left for Tavion to play through in this turn.
Looks like it resolves.
In your monster's history.
The Detonator's effects will be negated for the rest of the turn because of Aggregator, but will Tavion have a way to continue to play? Yep, gonna go shuffle the deck here. Engraver has used its effects in graveyard, so there should be no live effects in the graveyard at this moment.
Sure.
It was bold of him to go after the
another-
Nibiru when he knew there was another set here, and he knew that an Imprim could end his
Special summon
turn.
declare effect.
Just didn't believe that Benjamin would go after it, and now Sword will be able to special summon itself.
Well played here from Benjamin to put himself in prime position to even out the score. Tavion does still have the Lacrima, the Crimson Tears that he can use during his opponent's turn.
I mean, this is essentially the same as having one Detonator effect. I don't know if it's going to be enough.
It's going to shuffle itself back to summon Requiem.
I mean, the Requiem will immediately summon it back. We see Tavion just leaving it at the top. He knows it's going to come right back out. Sword, considering his options for here, like we're going to grab the Ycs Orlando because he can normal summon that.
Alien Resolution.
Let's see if he
Full
decides.
effort. I don't think any damage has been done this game.
I mean, yeah, this is his only third turn of the game. There has been 0 battle phases conducted.
I will declare effect.
All right, so normal summon Ycs Orlando. We're going to try and special summon a RYZEAL monster from the deck.
Looks like we're going to be responding with the effect of Requiem. Yep, there it is.
That's fine.
So Chainlink 2 Requiem will resolve, summoning the Lacrima. Chainlink 1 will resolve. Ice will summon out a monster from the deck. Looks like he's eyeing Ycs Orlando. Now in a new chain.
And triggers on Rex. I'm going to forego triggers.
Yep. Lacrima would be Chain Link 1 anyway before Benjamin had to decide, but it looks like it will be simply the Lacrima activating to send the Fiendsmith in Paradise. And now he could just go into Dweller, right?
Yeah, things are looking really good here for Benjamin. He is going to probably even out the game.
He's going to need to. He found an opportunity. He just has to close it out.
Yep, it looks like this is going to be the Abyss Dweller.
Yep, Abyss Dweller here. If you chain Fiends in Paradise, you can chain the Abyss Dweller to stop the Desiree from activating. You can just do it now as well. It doesn't really matter when you do it.
So
You probably want to force him out.
decks, you use sword, normal ice.
Yep, that's it. Sword and normal ice. And now we'll be activating Bonfire to grab X from deck.
All right, now Benjamin has to be cautious. He doesn't want to play into any sort of crazy card like Nibiru or anything like that.
That is the main consideration at this point. You have to consider what would happen if Nibiru, the Primal Being, hits the field right now.
Goodness. A new. What to do?
What to do is a great
Detach
question.
Flare. Visual effects.
Yeah, we're just going to use the Dweller effect. He might be opting to go into Eclipse Twins right now to have it on the field if a potential Nibiru is to come down later.
That would be really heads up here from Benjamin.
Wording on something.
But he's been playing really well, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, and I think he's eyeing that option. Yep, he's going to be overlaying the Dweller and the Detonator for Eclipse Twins.
Wow. Smart stuff here from Benjamin. Eclipse Twin helps him be a little bit Nibiru-proof unless he's going to send it straight to the graveyard.
Looks like he's opting to use the effect to make a monster attack twice. You've been waiting for that
That would be
moment.
crazy. That would be crazy if it finally happens here in the finals.
Detach for effect for Eclipse Twins.
Finally! I've been waiting since round one just to see someone use this version of the effect. I knew it would happen. It's like Christmas for me now.
You've been waiting for this moment. And now we can finally summon RYZEAL
Eclipse Twins.
to send another copy of Eclipse Twins.
Declare Eclipse Twins.
Oh.
Targeting Duo Drive.
Oh no.
Oh no?
Well, I mean, it's once per turn, right?
For both of each effect, or?
No,
Some
like,
effective detonator.
I'm saying now if you're in the Nibiru range, we can't activate Eclipse Twins anymore. No,
Oh.
everything is legal. That's
wow.
why. This is what I was, like, I thought we were playing around this.
Oh no. Not like this.
This is tough.
Played into it.
Yep, you hear him say he
Am I allowed
played
to
into it.
I'd like to concede.
No,
Oh, that is it.
He decided to concede it just like that. Tavion is going to win. Tavion Crowley is your YCS Orlando 2025 champion. Wow. The last words from Benjamin. I played into it.
I mean, I thought he was trying to respect it. I thought he was making the Eclipse Twins to have it on the field for if the Nibiru was to drop down, he would still have a Detonator, but no.
Wow, what an epic finale to an incredible weekend. And Tavion Crowley is going to take his Fiendsmith RYZEAL deck all the way to the top, defeating Benjamin in his Mitsurugi RYZEAL deck. But unfortunately, we just didn't get to see the Mitsurugi cards.
Yeah.
It was just like he was playing pure RYZEAL pretty much.
I mean, the list was designed to likely be able to play pure when it needs to, and if it has the RYZEAL package, you can high roll really heavily. But sometimes you do hit the low roll, and now we have a new YCS champion, the first YCS champion of 2025.